Good morning and welcome to my veranda garden here in Echizen City. Today we are going to be making some tea. One of my favorite teas to drink, particularly just before I go to bed, is chamomile and mint tea. It's something you can actually buy in the store pretty readily. I know Yoga Bear, Yoga something, the brand, they make this kind of tea, and it's actually something that's really easy to do from your own garden, so you can cut down on shipping miles, and also you know where it's coming from, you know what's in it and all that kind of stuff. Of course, here at the veranda garden, everything is done here organically with if there's any fertilizers used, those are natural. There's no sort of pesticides that are used here, so I feel pretty safe drinking this tea. Chamomile and mint have long been used for a number of things, from relaxation to sleep aid to sort of getting you to chill out. Mint is also sometimes, for example, mint gum is chewed by runners before they race because it raises their spirits and gets them more ready to run. That's something I've done myself. And if you look at some of the studies, chamomile, for example, is shown possibly to actually improve sleep, the time that it takes for you to fall asleep, and possibly even the quality of the sleep. Although there are some conflicting studies that show that maybe there's not as big of an effect as is previously thought, but anyway, it still tastes good, so I still like to drink it. But let's dive into actually how to make this tea. It is worth noting that the method I'm going to show you for making this tea can be used for just making some dry herbs and actually any other kind of tea you'd like to make. But of course, this is about chamomile and mint tea, so we're going to be focusing specifically on that. The first thing to do is harvest your chamomile and mint. I noticed while harvesting that my lemon balm is looking a bit bushy, so I took some of that too. The mint or lemon balm should be cut or pinched. Chamomile heads can apparently just be plucked off, but I'm too afraid of damaging the plant, so I cut those off too. After harvesting, place the herbs into a bowl of cold water for an hour or so to clean them. You could skip this step, but I highly recommend you don't. Remove the herbs from the water and place onto a drying rack, sieve, or whatever else you have on hand. Be sure to spread the leafy herbs out to encourage even drying and help ward off any mold. By the way, here is the water that the herbs were chilling in. They may be hard to see, but there are at least 5 aphids that died and fell off the herbs while they were soaking. Place the herbs on a sunny windowsill to dry for a week or two. Once the herbs have dried, they'll look like this. Place them in a container of your choice, label the jar with the contents and the date, and you're all set. As you can see, there's really nothing to making this tea. It's just about, first of all, checking when your flowers are ready with the chamomile before they go to seed. This is something that I have troubles with myself. And of course, it takes time for you to clean and actually dry the herbs to get them ready for tea. That's probably the longest part of the process. About the flavor of the tea, if you like kind of a normal strength sort of chamomile, I would say that 10 flowers per cup of tea is probably what you should be aiming for, and the amount of mint you can adjust based on your own taste because different people like different things. It is also worth noting that if you want to skip all of the drying and actually just enjoy the chamomile and the mint kind of straight away and make tea from fresh ingredients, you can do that. However, the flavor in a fresh chamomile flower and in a fresh mint leaf is going to be much less than what you will find in the dried versions, just because when all the water evaporates out of it, the flavors concentrate down, so you can get a lot more bang from your buck if you actually go through the drying process and make it this way. Have you ever made this before? If you have, let me down in the comments. Do you have any ways to make it better? That goes for the process, the flavor, whatever. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you, of course. Also, please consider subscribing to Natural Fukui here on YouTube. You can also find me over on Twitter at Natural Fukui, on Instagram at Natural Fukui, and you can also check out some of the articles that I write and the pictures that I post over on our homepage at www.naturalfukui.com. Thank you very much for watching Natural Fukui. I am Charlie. I hope you found something useful in this video, and I'll see you next time. Take care.